like a 9-0 run in the quarter to put the Bulls up by 8 points, 56-48 in the first half of this game. Listen, the Bulls are playing pretty good defensively. Now, while they've been playing really well defensively, one of the issues with it seems like this team hasn't really ran offensive sets in this game. Now, not going to complain about it too much yet. The Bulls are playing by the lead. Kobe White is back hot again, 6 for 8 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw range, 1 of 2 from three-point range. He has 15 rebounds. 15 rebounds, 15 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, only 1 turnover from Kobe White. DeMar DeRozan also has 15. He's 6 and 9 from the field with 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 15 points. He has 2 turnovers. Patrick Williams is 3 of 5 from the field with 7 points. You got Andre Drummond already with 11 rebounds, 9 of those coming in the first quarter of the game. 1 assist, 1 steal, 6 points. He's 3 of 4 from the field, 0 from 4 from free throw range. So hopefully, because he's going to keep getting fouled, hopefully he can hit those free throws at a better rate in the second half of this game. And then we got 2 points from Ayo, 2 points from Terry Taylor, and then 1 point from Javon Carter coming off the bench. Dalen Terry's given 7 minutes, had some interesting defensive sets, hasn't scored right now. It's a Tony Snell stat line is looking like right now from him, but overall, we're not going to judge that too much right now. The Bulls are winning the rebounding battle 29-21, which you expected, especially with Joel Embiid being out of this game right now. We also have 7 offensive rebounds. They have 9 offensive rebounds, so you want to try to tighten that up. We also allowed the Philadelphia 76ers to have 11 second chance points. We have 9 second chance points. They have 9 fast break points as well, and 13 points off the bench. We only have 5 off the bench. But other than that, the Bulls have 36 points in the paint, which is really good for the Bulls as well. We're only shooting the ball 30% from three-point range. We're 4 of 13. Let's see if we can tighten that up a little bit, but we're 54% from the field. So that's all really good in this game so far. So really some really good defensive moments from the Chicago Bulls in this game. I like to see them tighten it up a little bit, but it just doesn't seem like and this may be a thing that we notice once Vooch comes back, is that this offense really just isn't flowing like what it was at some point. And that may be because you just don't have the type of passer that Nikola Vucevic is at that center position. And not to say that they ran everything through him, but they did run some things through him. He was more involved. And so that may be why it seems like this offense is a little bit more stagnant. We're seeing more of the kind of not moving around without the ball than what we saw at most of this run since Zach LaVine's been out. So hopefully the Bulls can get back to that. It's always when we're more dangerous, when we have the offense coming from all over the place. But not gonna, like I said, we're winning. We're winning by 8 points. We got to tighten some things up. The Philadelphia 76ers are shooting the ball 26% from three-point range as well. I don't know if that's going to maintain in the second half. So hopefully the Chicago Bulls are ready, because what I'm going to say, the Philadelphia 76ers are going to come out of this half. They're going to come out in the second half, and they are going to try to shoot the lights out. Be prepared. Kelly Oubre Jr., who got the start, he's 0-2 from three-point range. Tobias Harris is 0-2 from three-point range. And Tyrese Maxey is 2 for 5. He's already tried to take a lot of long-distance three-pointers, too. And then you have Melton, who's also 1 for 4 from three-point range. So do not be surprised if this Philadelphia 76ers team comes out really trying to shoot a lot of threes to start off, to see if they can get themselves back in that game. So the Bulls got to be prepared for that. If they can handle that barrage, it's going to be an interesting game for the Bulls, man. But really solid first half. Good to see Kobe White playing the way that he had. What do we talk about? Kobe White has to really adjust now. NBA defense is focusing on him being the game plan. What's this feel so tight right here? What are we doing here? Where's my necklace at? There we go. We got to get that. That was under there. Shouldn't have been. But yeah, so that's things that we need to see them tighten up on as well. We got JK in the building. Someone needs to tell that Sixer fan clapping every 5 next to Stacey King to fucking stop. That's hilarious, man. Joe the Blacksmith says, Crafty Kobe inside the arch is funny as hell to watch. What do you think about the officiating, Haize? I mean, it's interesting. So far, the Philadelphia 76ers have gotten 9 foul calls. The Bulls have gotten 8. So it's not really, it feels like it's been more heavily towards one direction, but it really hasn't. But it seems like that these the refs are going to be calling this game tight. So they got to watch out for that one. Tay Holland says, not a bad half, really solid. Yeah, not a bad half. Just some things in there. Anthony Vargas says, the Chicago Bulls are coming back. Hey, he's coming back from what? What are you talking about? That last stretch by Debo, absolutely. The too small on Beverly, definitely funny as well, man. Jack Holland in the building says, DeMar hit Beverly with the too small. It's kind of the stuff that gets the team and fans excited. Let's go. Come out in the second half and finish this. Completely agree with you. Sydney says, why isn't Billy playing Sonogo? Because he's a two-way. I keep telling y'all, the two-way contract players are not going to play under Billy Donovan for real, unless it's in garbage time. It's not going to happen. So I get it, and I understand why people are calling for it, but I'm always here to tell you guys the real. Adama Sonogo, it's a very slim chance he gets any type of meaningful minutes while Nikola Vucevic is out. It's just not going to happen. Pat Bev being too small was a full circle moment I didn't know I needed. That is kind of funny. Why are people playing a 6'4" cat as a backup center? Sonogo can give you what Taylor is giving you. I'm sick of Billy straight up. Well, again, you gotta look at it from Billy's standpoint. I'm not saying that I agree, but you gotta understand it is that Billy Donovan, we're trying to win games, and Billy Donovan is going to go fuck height. Terry Taylor is one of the best rebounders, backup rebounders you can have in the league, and that's all they're asking him to do. And so Sonogo can block shots, he can rebound, he can score on putbacks, but Billy Donovan is going to go with what is tried and tested. And so Sonogo is not going to get, I'm telling you guys, Sonogo now next season, that's going to be different. I wouldn't be surprised if Billy does feel more comfortable using Sonogo next season. But as of right now, he's going to use Terry Taylor. That's it. He's going to use Terry Taylor. Melvin says, this is why you don't play Drummond over Vooch. Better drive and hustle, but foul troubles. Yeah, listen, and it is what it is there, right? Every player has their limitations. That's part of Drum's limitations there. Seems like Billy likes the favorite players who have seniority on the team and gives them quite a few games for them to try to prove themselves. Yeah, he goes with players that have played more. He just does. Typically, like you can have your IOs who defensively got in the game early in his career because of how good he was defensively, things like that. Patrick Williams, we all know Patrick Williams started right away. We understand that. But otherwise, like Billy is going to go with something that's more tried, tested, and true. Doesn't mean that I always agree with it. I just understand that that's just what Billy's going to do, right? So, that's just what comes with the territory of Billy Donovan being your head coach, man. Detailing wasted all his energy dancing and clowning in pregame. Pretty annoying. Got some maturing to do. No, that's not. Listen, he's gonna dance, and he didn't waste all his energy. He actually put some energy plays out there. So I don't know what you're talking about, but hey. Paul Reed just out rebounded four Bull players at the same time. I wonder why. Meanwhile, he has a guy who is the same height as Paul Reed rotting on the bench. It's not rotting. He's a two-way contract player. Let's stop acting like Adama Sanogo has been here for 2 seasons and he just can't get off the bench. He's a player who part of his development plan was always to be going through the G League. Now, he's killing it at that level of competition. And I would play him some. But at the end of the day, it's just not going to happen. I hope all the idiots drooling over Bamba during free agent period are watching this game. It's obvious why he never gets consistent burn or on a repeat lottery Orlando team. Just isn't a good player. He has his moments, man. But yeah, I get where you're coming from with that one. Completely agree. Offense doesn't have the same pop, and it's so important. Let me not say it's important, but it's a big luxury when you have a player. Yeah, Vooch has his issues, don't get me wrong, but he is one of the smartest decision makers on the Chicago Bulls team, and he's a really good passer. When you can have that at your center position, it frees up a lot of things, man. Still though, guys, don't be stupid. I still want Bubblegum Billy to at least give Andre 20 minutes off the bench the nights we need him. He's allergic to playing his backup bigs, bro. He's not allergic to it. We haven't had quality backup bigs, and like I've said before, Drummond is a quality backup big. I'm not saying Drummond isn't, but you got to keep in mind, like Drummond's efficiency goes down when he plays over 20 minutes. Now, I do think, like when Drum's playing well, definitely 20 minutes at the minimum. But there are going to be some guys where he's just not. So. Bamba's lateral movement is worse than P. Will. It's like Bamba has 2 left feet when he's moving laterally. Absolutely. I like that they brought Vooch in on the broadcast. Well, I don't know if you saw. We even got a new T-shirt launcher gun. We're moving up. That's hilarious. That's funny. You said before the game that you wouldn't consider Kobe a finisher. You sure as hell looking like it. He's sure as hell looking like it. I mean, it's the difference between being able to finish at the rim and being a finisher at the rim. Those are two very different things. Kobe, especially when he creates some space, can do it. Now, I will say in this game, Kobe's getting to the lane and he's adjusting because his 3-point shot isn't falling. They're guarding him and he's adjusting really well. Still wouldn't necessarily call him an above average finisher at the rim yet. Like I said, even in the pregame show, you got to do it for a little bit longer. It's nice to see that the Bulls game plan for Maxey driving to the right, especially near the end of the second quarter. He's deadly when he's at full speed. Got to make him go left or slow down. I completely agree with you that one. Completely agree with you. Like to see Phillips. I won't hold my breath though. Listen, that's one of the things that is more surprising in this is that he was giving Phillips minutes. Like Phillips had like it was like 3 or 4 games in a row, and that was before Torrey Craig even went down, where he was getting like 6 minutes. Now again, that's not a lot, but you would think like, okay, now Torrey Craig went down. Why aren't you playing the guy that you trusted even more? So Donnie says, y'all keep saying that Dalen Terry is an NBA player. I still don't see it. I don't know. Check your eyes then, brother. I mean, I don't know what to tell you on that. Check your eyes. Check your eyes. Cataracts are a thing. They do develop in people. Can the casual stop begging for Sanogo? Shaking my head. He was undrafted, decent college player, not an NBA player. Got to disagree with you there. He's more than a decent college player. Adama Sanogo was one of the players in college basketball. Now, with that said, that doesn't necessarily translate to NBA. He has the skill set that he's limited, right? And the thing is that Adama Sanogo is one of those players that whenever he gets, because I do think he's going to get an opportunity at the NBA level, the things that he's going to have to do really well first: rebound, block shots, score off putbacks. That's it. They're not going to ask him to do a whole hell of a lot. Be solid defensively. Not great. Don't have to be great defensively, but solid defensively. Sanogo is ass cheeks. Young man can't jump over leaf. That's just not true, Benji. And much like what a lot of things Benji say, Benji doesn't like. I think Benji looks at 2K and thinks that's real life. Like, hey, he had a 30-inch vertical, so Sanogo can jump. Like, again, it's not great. I'm not saying he's jumping out the gym, but the man did have a 30-inch vertical. So what are we talking about here? Sam, it's a thing called the G League, and then there's also a thing called skill. And so the thing is that when it comes down to it, it's just going to take time for Sanogo. He's going to get his opportunity, and I do think that at a backup big, Sanogo has some potential there. Absolutely, like you can't average what she's averaging in the G, in the way he's playing in the G League, and not have some potential. But that, as we've seen before, players have thrived in the G League and sucked at the NBA level. But he's going to get his opportunity. He just probably isn't going to be this season. Probably isn't going to be this season. Let's see. Man, Maxi's gonna be a star. Damn, Maxi got it. He got the it factor, bro. Haize, he doesn't seem like he wants to play Phillips without the veteran support. Just what I'm seeing. He may go get more tick when the vets come back and we get back in rhythm. That's hey, listen, that is definitely a possibility there. Steely says, Haize, the hat god. I mean, listen, it's merch overall, bro. Don't cut me short on just hats. I mean, I do have a nice collection of hats. So, but yeah. Eberflus. That's crazy. But it's not the same. So let me correct that. So Marco didn't kill it in the G League. Marco scored and rebounded well in the G League, but Marco was a terrible defender in the G League. He was terrible at ball handling in the G League, and his passing was so-so. It's not the same. One are not the same. Adama Sanogo is playing extremely well defensively. He's impacting winning. The team is like a 2 points per game better. Adama Sanogo is also a better shooter. He's been better defensively. He's been better rebounding wise, and he's been better offensively. It's not the same. Marco didn't kill it in the G League. Marco played well in the G League. Adama Sanogo was clearly heads and shoulders above every competition he's faced in the G League. Very different things. This is why you got to watch games, not just the stat sheet. Very different things. Very different things. So. Yeah, for sure. I was saying the one dude only good in college. Oh, I completely agree with you that one, Sam. I didn't know if you were replying to me or him, but I completely agree with you that one. Here comes Shay. You know, listen, Shay, this is how Shay leaves voicemails. Yeah, I just want to tell you motherfuckers that if you think about it, Kobe White is telling you guys, he's telling you haters to acknowledge him. And you know, when you think about it, if you watch, if you think, yeah, that's how Shay just left that. But I love Shay. All right, y'all, make sure you guys I love you guys, man. Make sure you guys follow the show at Bullshit Reply. Hit the subscribe button. I'll be back post game.